when that stuff first started coming out with the different men that was getting caught up, like you said, Weinstein, when that
Mhm.
stuff started going, happening, and people started getting in trouble, I remember hearing somebody saying, I don't know who I heard say it, and it doesn't even really matter. They was like, boy, I know it's a lot of folk walking around on pins and needles saying, oh my God,
Hello.
please don't show up at my door. Because it's
Hello.
so many, more especially men. I'm not going to say it's an equal opportunity situation. So women could be doing stuff too, because we've seen women that have been caught up with teenagers and all that and the other. But, we talking about men that have money, and a lot of them that have done all kind of stuff. Even in the music industry, I don't know that much about the movie industry, but I'm pretty sure they have some stuff in that as well. But I'm just saying that a lot of people have done some stuff back in the day, and they like, ooh wee, I hope I got a pass. You know what I mean? They might have did it only one time. You never know. You know,
And if you
because it
did
was
one
kind of
time,
part
it's
of
gonna
the
come back to
culture.
haunt
Yeah, because
you.
even
Yeah.
this one person that was interviewing, she was like, "Well, they know how it go. You come in there after 11 o'clock." She said, "Well, I didn't mean to say she, but now y'all know it's a she." But they was like, after 11 o'clock, you know that if you ain't finna get wild and dirty, you need to exit the building at those little Hollywood parties or whatever the case may be. Um, I didn't understand how she could say that, but not know how much everybody else know about him. Because she was covering for him so tough. Very biased about his behavior, like it was acceptable. Um, I didn't understand how come she didn't have a problem with his behavior. But I guess maybe she's gonna be one of the ones that's supposed to testify. I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't even say that, but I'm just wondering, like, why
Miss
is she
Vicky
taking a
got the women
stand like that?
testifying now. Okay.
I
So
don't know.
we
Maybe
don't
she
know about the
is. I don't
testify.
know what the kid.
Well, we don't
I
know.
don't know. And she was
We don't
just
know. We don't know. We
like,
don't know.
you know,
We're just giving
I don't know.
information, and we didn't hear that information yet. But speaking of this interview, I'm continuing with the interview. She, my opinion, Dika's opinion. Okay, I am, I went to school for journalism. I've written a couple articles my dang self. Not that I didn't mean to say dang. And one thing I do know, when you in a journalist capacity, you're supposed to. What is the word I should say? You have to be objective when you're writing a story. Just like we on the air right now talking to y'all, all we doing is sharing information, and make sure we got our facts right. Okay, okay. When we share it, okay. So when it comes to journalism, you gotta do the same thing. You share it. If you interview, you gather the information. Make sure your facts is right, because your facts ain't right, they're gonna come after you like hell knows. I've been there, done that. But in this situation, I was listening to the interview, and I ain't gonna lie. Miss Vicky had to help me bring it down a notch, because I had my feelings all up in it. I had attitude for a minute, because
Mhm.
I'm like, who are you? And the person that was interviewing her, it was almost like they was buddies. Hold up, you supposed to be interviewing her. You just supposed to be getting the information. You ain't supposed to be agreeing with her. That ain't what you supposed to be doing. Now, unless you're doing a different interview, I don't know nothing about. Unless journalism school done changed since I've been in school, but I don't think so. But anyway, some other stuff she was talking about was um, a victim and classifying, in her opinion, that these people that are being affected, she's just straight out saying that she don't consider them being a victim. Okay, I don't know your name right now. I don't care. But who are you to define what a victim is? The person that's going through it, I'm sure they feel very much like they're a victim, and no one has the right
Yeah,
to
that wasn't right.
tell somebody. Nobody has the right to tell somebody if they're a victim or not. Nobody has the right to tell somebody what they're feeling. That's their pain. If you don't agree, that's fine, but keep that to yourself.
Well, I
Because
think
being a
that
victim.
her. I think.
Oh, go ahead.
I think her analogy or the way she expressed herself about that was
Yes.
incorrect.
Yes.
But the point she was making may have made sense. However,
Okay.
is the how she said it. So she gonna say they're not a victim, but I think she was saying based on where they were at when they had the interaction with him, and the age they were at. The age they were. So in other words, like I forget what I think it was Atlanta and somewhere else. I don't know. If
we wasn't gonna say no names, remember?
Well, no, I'm not saying no names. I'm saying states. It was like Atlanta. Okay. One of them law was, you can have consensual sex with a 16-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And it was another state, you can have consensual sex with a 17-year-old, and it wasn't against the law.
Okay.
So that's what she was basing it on. However, she did add extra stuff in there. But no, she did add extra stuff in there, which made her appear to be biased, because then she started making them sound like they were, I forget what she called them, but thoughts. She called them a thought, groupies and stuff like that. So then thought. Thought is a woman that just
a thought like THOUT thought.
Girl, don't have me lying. I think it's THOT.
How you gonna call somebody a thought? That's a dang word. That's a word. That's a human being. How you gonna call somebody a thought?
Because that's a degrading word. It's a degrading word, like a woman that just have sex and do whatever just to get money.
I thought
stuff
thought
like
was
that.
an English word. Thank you for sharing that. Thought is a part of the slang terminology. I thought it was just an English word you put a comma behind. Thank you very much. Continue.
Well, that word is THOUGHT. That is a word in the dictionary, and that is not the same word as thought that I'm talking about. Those are two different thoughts.
Thank you, Miss Vicky.
So anyway, my point is that she, she was calling them out of their name. The women, the females, because they weren't women. Some of them are young adults, but or either teenagers. But she was saying that they, those are the type of women that go into the and go and in so many words, hunt down or pursue entertainers that they can get money from them or whatever the case may be. However, she put that title or that type of female in the same position, or she kind of weighed them out with the females that went through this situation with R. Kelly, which is almost saying that she's calling them a thought. You know what I'm saying? So it was the way she put her analogy together that it made her appear that she was saying they weren't victims, which she did say that, but I'm saying she should have said it in a different way in regards to just their age and where they were, not all that extra,
Jesus.
So
Jesus.
We definitely have to watch how we describe, whatever it is we're trying to say, and I just whatever it is that we're attempting to say, and I hope that I'm not describing something wrong, but I'm doing the best I can, and this is a discussion, and it's an ongoing discussion. I don't know when this is going to become an old topic. I guess once he's either convicted, because I don't even know if it's going to go on if they let him out. I mean, I think the conversation is going to continue if they let him free. If he gets convicted, it'll probably go on for maybe about 4 months or so, and then he'll be old news. But if he doesn't get convicted, then I think the story's gonna continue. The conversation's gonna continue.
And as long as that conversation keep going, then we'll have something to talk about. Thank you very much. All right.
Oh my God! I want this to be resolved. I want to educate our listeners and the community. However, I don't like the fact that this situation is going on. It's very terrible. It's terrible on both ends. Yes. It's terrible that he even got himself in this situation, and it's terrible that this type of thing is happening to our young women. And even the fact that they're in this situation, whether if they put themselves in this situation or not, it's still not good. And it's unfortunate that people are blaming. They put the blame on the young woman, like as if, it's their fault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they may have made a bad decision. going around him or going around that type of situation. However, it's still the adult's responsibility to say no once they find out. Matter of fact, it's the adult's responsibility to do their own research to figure out what's going on. Just like you put the responsibility on a grown woman to do background checks on somebody they dating or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with a grown man to do what he needs to do before he lay down with a woman. You know, so they need to know who they dealing with. And especially if you got money, you could do a background check with the snap of a finger. So you should really be more careful. Vicky. Like, are you kidding me? You should have your own little thing. And then with technology.
Miss Vicky, you are so right that we need to do a background check. Just like we said, you need to do a checklist when you go out with somebody. You got to do a background check. But in this situation, that's too much work, Miss Vicky. You know what I'm saying? That's too much work to be going to get a background check.
He had people that was working for him. They could have did it. They could have had a whole assembly line. Like, wait a minute. We got to check you out. Yeah, because there's so many of them. They could have did, you know, you can have a return. You can come back, you know, because they knew what his lifestyle was. They could have did a whole situation where they did a return post. You can come back because you got a VIP because you've been checked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything to keep him out of jail. Will you come back when you 18 or 21? Love don't live here no more. The law is the law. And, he should have had an age that they couldn't be no less than 21. Be honest with you.
Well, I bet you this ain't no funny matter, but I just gotta make light of it a little bit. You know, I bet you. I don't even know. I'm about to say, I bet you he's thinking about that in jail, but I don't even know where his mind is at. He might not be, because he might not feel he did anything wrong. So that's a whole other conversation. Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. There's a lot of people out there.
And just because you got money, or if you don't have money, yeah, you have money or not money, you gotta follow the law. Just like I gotta, you know, hey, there are times when I don't want to do what I'm supposed to do, but at the end of the day, I got no choice. Like, right,
3 minutes and W Fresh is on.
Yeah.
We only got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, 3 minutes, we gotta leave. We gotta get off the show. Okay, so we gotta mind the long talk. Okay, 3 minutes. So, any closing remarks you want to make, Vicky?
Just be careful with your decision making. Just know that every decision you make has a result. It can be positive or negative. So really think your things out. Think your thoughts through, your ideas that come in your mind, even your lusts. Think it through.
Ooh,
you know, think it through before you move on anything, any decision that you want to make. Think it through. Think about what the consequences are. There's consequences for every decision. Every decision.
Okay.
And just know, you're going to have to mind somebody. I don't care where you are. You could be the richest person in the world. You still got to mind somebody.
The law is the law, and you got to mind somebody. So mind somebody next week. It will be back. Same time, same place. And you know I got to do my Tunnel Vision music time, right? All righty, then.
Deuces. Hallelujah. We love y'all. Be safe.
Love and respect.
Be wise. Peace and love.
Before you love me, you gotta respect me, baby. Before you hold me, our hearts gotta connect, baby. If you're with me, then you're with me, and you're not with no one else. And if you want me, then accept that I won't go for nothing else. It's like that.
In a relationship, it's two being one. We come from two different paths. We gotta learn to adjust. You gotta learn to trust. I'm not the other ones that you ran from, but never talking to me is not the answer. Communication is key to unlock your heart and understand what you need. Support your hopes and dreams. Hopefully you got mine. Hopefully we can grind. Hopefully within time we can build some. When you see me walking up, do you feel some? This is more than the crush, this the real one. I respect you, never use them for letters in vain. I ain't trying to run game. You think we all all come the same. I'm trying to open your brain, trying to know what you think, not just the stuff that you tweet, what you hide underneath. Cause I can open up too, but I can never love you, girl, if you don't respect
Before you love me,